Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm very happy you're here today. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Anita. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. So I'm very excited about today's video and I think you're going to love it. So many people have reached out to me and say they are afraid of talking to native speakers because they are afraid of being judged by them if they make a mistake or they have a strong accent. Probably 8 out of 10 non-native speakers that I have spoken to before have expressed the same fear regardless of their level of English proficiency. As for myself, even though I am bilingual, I can definitely relate to the fear when I first started learning the language, and I can't really say I've never ever struggled with the same thing before. So today I decided to invite 4 of my friends who are native speakers to spill the tea and just share with everyone what they really think of non-native speakers when they're having a conversation with them. There's some really good stuff in today's video, so let's get started and see what they have to say.
Hi, my name is Ramesh and I'm an English native speaker from Australia. I also studied Japanese. じゃあ日本語も話せます。And I studied Japanese for maybe like 8 years or so, and I consider myself pretty fluent. So my view on non-native speakers speaking English is quite different, I guess, because I know how hard it is to learn a language, a second language, and I know how much effort goes into it. So whenever someone whose language isn't English and they speak to me in English, I really don't mind. I honestly really want them to try their best, and I don't judge them at all because I went through the same thing. So as long as they're trying their best and not giving up, I really don't mind. I actually think that, yeah, the harder they try, the more respect I have for them. For advice, for when you feel nervous speaking English to somebody, honestly, my advice is to not care, because I made so many mistakes speaking Japanese, and those mistakes that I made, I think about them to this day, but in a good way, because I never make those mistakes again and I never say those words the wrong way. So my advice would be, don't care and just go for it, because unless it's like your teacher or somebody like that, you're never really going to see them again, and your teacher should actually not care if you make any mistakes, because your teacher wants you to make mistakes so they can fix them. So you shouldn't, my number one advice is just, who cares, and just say something, because that's how you get better at speaking.
That was very well said, Rame. Very good advice from you, so thank you so much. So Rame and I, we go way back. I believe we have been friends for 6 years now. I remember there was one time we caught up. We were having yummy delicious pho, and as soon as he asked me, how are you going? And then I just started crying. I remember feeling very emotional that day because I literally just broke up with my then boyfriend. So I was like devastated, and then poor Rame, like one simple how are you led to an avalanche of tears and emotions. Poor fella just wanted to have his Vietnamese noodle soup. That was a long time ago, but I still remember it now. And yes, he's just a very nice person, very creative, very funny. And the next person I'd like to introduce you to is Neve. She is a beautiful soul, a very creative person as well. She's got lots of really artistic and beautiful works on her Instagram, so definitely go and follow her. When you finish watching this video, I'll include the link somewhere here, that corner.
For me, when non-native English speakers speak English, I think they're amazing. I think that it takes real courage to be able to step outside of your comfort zone and speak in a language that's not your native language. And so I feel really proud of them for taking that step.
Are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, so YouTube knows it's a good video that's worth sharing. Okay, let's go back to the video now.
And I also feel quite inspired as well by people who demonstrate this kind of courage.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was such a beautiful message, and it was just really encouraging to hear things like that. So next, another very good friend of mine, Anthony, we work together. He's a math teacher. We've MC a couple of school events together, and he's just a lot of fun. So he's going to share his honest opinion with us on what he thinks of students studying overseas in an English-speaking country, and also people who are on the working holiday visa.
So my honest opinion of non-native speakers is that I'm so impressed with them. It takes an intense level of commitment to be able to become fluent. So whenever I'm holding a conversation with a non-native speaker, I'm always incredibly impressed. Most of the non-native speakers I talk to are those that are studying abroad or those that are on a working holiday. Those that are studying abroad have to learn complex subjects in their second language, while those on a working holiday in maybe customer service jobs need to speak to a lot of different local speakers every day. So I can imagine that this can become very exhausting. So if I'm ever talking to a non-native English speaker, if they were to make a mistake, I don't judge at all. Just because I appreciate how amazing it is to be able to speak a second language so fluently like that.
Lastly, another friend of mine decided not to show her face, but she wrote me a message and said, as an Aussie, I've always been surrounded by speakers of other languages, so I don't really notice their mistakes at all. But I mean, isn't that comforting to hear? Again, I wanted to say a huge thank you to my friends for their beautiful messages. I really do believe a lot of people watching this right now would benefit from your messages. As for people who are struggling with the fear of talking to native speakers, next time, if you find yourself feeling nervous again before talking to a native speaker, I want you to watch this video again to get a dose of encouragement and courage. So yes, I mean, their views do not represent the opinions of the entire population of native speakers, but it's a great reminder that sometimes we care about our own mistakes and accents more than they do. In fact, like my friend said just now, they find it immensely impressive when a non-native speaker is able to hold a conversation with native speakers in English. So be proud of yourself. Really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Join the family. I'd love to have you on board, and share the video with friends and family who might find this useful. So thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Just really wanted to show you my nails, that's all.